Hello, greetings everyone. Greetings. I just saw myself coming live, didn't see the video. So I'm dealing with this long wire, a new uh, mic. So just fixing, sorry, after the video, I have to fix the mic, the introductory video. Where's it? So just fixing. Now I'm going to show here my research, how I do it. So before I have to go, this is just an introduction for now, and then later on I will come back when I'm able to come back live stream. So just a short introduction to this. Uh, of course, I've gone further in this Islamic research and whether the Quran ayats make sense or not. And so Islam is a false religion. I've come to the conclusion, but I have to show you burning all my bridges step by step. So any questions that came up and have come up, I have to answer them in full. I thought of it. So someone here said that all Muslims, no, all prophets are Muslims, and so I know what the Muslims say that, and the Quran says that all prophets were Muslims, and Islam is the right religion. You should not call yourselves Christians or Jews because you're grouping yourself, and that's all tribal or a prof. And then like you can't call yourself Muhammadan. Even some Muslims might object to that, which we have called ourselves in the past, or Mustafawi. There was a song in Karachi. I used to listen to it on TV. Hum Mustafawi, Mustafawi, Mustafawi hai. But then again, that's just the not the main thing about Islam. It is that you should realize. Once you realize the basic thing is that we are all Muslims, and some Muslims don't even except that Abraham was a Shia of no, so they say the Shias divide themselves by calling themselves Shias, putting themselves in a group of Shias of Ali. So this also, I'm just checking my the sound of my. So this also, okay. So hope it's not making any static sound right now. I'm on my wire, and it's a big wire, long wire. Sorry, long wire. So sometimes it makes sound. I'm not on my USB mic. Okay, so I'll show you just a little bit. I was doing some research, like I found contradictory ayats and all this. Now, this in Surah Baqarah, or were you witnesses when death approached Jacob? Remember, I said that's not clear whether Jacob was the grandson or the son of Sarah, the wife of Abraham, and we are not told which wife of Abraham, but that the mother of, we have to work it out or go to the Bible if it's not in the ayats. Or the Shias would ask the Imams, but I would say, no, do your own research now and don't ask the Imams. I've said that the Imams were liars, progeny of Prophet Muhammad. From the progeny of Prophet Muhammad, do hope you don't mind my bad English. Okay, here we are told that God, who is God? So here I have to, this is the way I do it, right? And if you don't like it, then I'm really sorry about it. But if you're asking me questions, then my answer would be this. And if you don't agree to it, it's okay. You can go your way, I'll still continue with my way. Or were you witnesses when death approached Jacob, when he said to his sons, what will you worship after me? They said, we will worship your God. Your God. It's a personal God here, not a universal God, right? Although universal God is there, but here specifically it says, the ayat says, Surah Baqarah, your God. Oh, sorry, 133. Surah Baqarah, ayat 133, corpus.com. Now I'll have to go abruptly, so if I don't thank you all for being here, whoever will come and listen and is listening right now, I apologize. I thank you now. Thank you for being here. And if my tone start, it's a quite strong, firm tone of mine. Please apologize for that because please understand that I've been struggling with myself and I don't know what's on me. That my tone is like this, not soft and gentle. But I don't mean to hurt anyone or intimidate anyone with my tone. They said, okay, so look at this part. They said, we will worship your God. So if you say, is there your God and the God of your fathers, Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac, one God. Okay, but before they say one God, they say your God and your fathers, right? Or were you present when death came to Jacob when he said unto his sons, let me see another translation, what will ye worship after me? They said, we will worship thy God. Now there's another ayat in Surah Taha or Qasas about Moses. The Quran ayat says, the God of Moses and Harun, like that, or Harun and Moses. So I didn't search that ayat out. You can search it. It's maybe most probably in Surah Taha. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. So until I have the ayat right in front of me on the screen, I cannot ever be sure of it or say I'm sure. Sorry, I just work like that, right? So because this is not my Quran and I keep forgetting, and I cannot be sure. Sorry. So this is how I work. I'll have to check the ayat number and all this, and whether it's in Surah Taha and all. Anyways, now the main point, because you see, I'm so in this anxious anxiety and all this, because the conditioning has been so deep for us. It's sometimes it startles me like difficult. Have I done this right? Or and then I get a consolation from the true God or something. But I have to check the ayats again and again. And this is my life. I mean, uh, this is the way it is. So here I have the ayat in front of me. Surah Baqarah ayat 133. So if a God of your God, the God of the fathers, of thy fathers, Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, one Allah, but your God, so that is there too. You cannot deny it. I have to go slow because there's a lot of conditioning and all this. Maybe it will take time to sink in. So I was searching for this, like why was the Qibla changed from Jerusalem, from Beit al-Maqdis, Jerusalem to Kaaba. But if you look at the ayat, which is a number in Surah Baqarah, we are told again. So I have to open the light and check which ayat the Qibla was. Let me see, even the light is very dim. One Qibla change. 144, Surah Baqarah. So the ayat says he looks up to the sky. But here they say, why was that? I'm sorry, I just used this Islam islamqa.info site. Why was the Qibla changed from Beit al-Maqdis, Jerusalem, to the Kaaba? I couldn't find an ayat on this that it went to Beit al. So the answer here, and let me just, yes, they give Surah Baqarah at 144. And okay, Surah Azab at 36. Oh, so that's about not having any option in the decision Allah and His Messenger have made. Very well put here, succinctly. And that is the judgment of Allah. He judges between you, and Allah is all knowing, all wise. Al Mumtahana, verse 10, they have given. Then you can see what so Surah Baqarah at 106. So we abrogate and cause to be forgotten and ayat, all these, right? But before enter, the best people were raised up for mankind. Surah Imran, Al Imran, verse 110. So you can look at this, uh, for your further studies and all. Why was the and research? Why was the Qibla changed from Baitul Maqdis? Okay, now Surah, I have it here, I think. Surah Baqarah at 144. We have already seen the turning about your face to the heaven, it says. But let's see. It doesn't say that the Qibla. In Surah Isra, it says that he, from one place to another place, we took him. I have to check that ayah. So the Muslims say that well, what is it called? I've forgotten the name. This masjid or mosque in Jerusalem, Israel, was his, that, you know, Muslims. Okay. Indeed, we see the turning of your face towards the heaven, Sama. Okay, Samawati, and okay, the heaven. So we will surely turn your direction of prayer to the. You will be pleased to. Okay, I just have to see this. It's kind of hard to read like this. The heaven, so, towards the direction. Your face towards Masjid al Haram, where the Kaaba is, we are told. So if you read this in context, they will say he turning his face towards heaven was actually turning his face towards Masjid Baitul Muqaddis, right? The guidance, Qibla. Okay. So I haven't done much study on that, but just to give you how, you see, I had to check this because Jews there, and so since he in Surah Hashar he has broken their houses, we're told, through the believers and their own hands, and expel them from all this, right? Their city, and then cut down their trees. I have to further check because there are Muslims who come here and show the good side of Islam, that Abraham was a Muslim, a founder of Islam, and all this. Then, I had to check what is this. Then I found something in this here, right? Just show you. I found going through this. I'll just put this Surah Baqarah ayat. I found what in 198, a sacred monument. So I've read what the Muslim Islamic commentary and sources say about this. Here is a sacred monument, but it's very, very like some say grove, sacred. It was a grove, not a monument. God knows what it was. So you see, God knows what it was. You can't be sure of what it was. And so whatever the Prophet has, from the Prophet, whatever information has come, they've said, they've put it down and brought it to us. And I wonder what our Imams also say about this. I could have asked, I would have loved to sit with His Highness Khan Ismaili Imam, because Imam is very important. So the truth was very important. I had to find the true Imam. So where I had doubts about Imam Musa Kazim or Ismail, Imam Jafar's son, I should have approached His Highness Khan. And so we could have discussed all these things. Do you know, do you have evidence of this? So if they could tell me, then I could follow my right Imam. I was thinking like this when I was a Shia, and then I came across, his pages, his smiley pages and all this. But I was too shy to say, Your Highness, Hazir Imam, can I, all this. Like I didn't know how to put it in words, and I was shy to trouble him. There is no upon you for seeking bounty from your Lord during Hajj, yani. Okay? But when you depart from Arafat, of course, yeah, Arafat and during the Hajj, you may know what it is. I've never been for Hajj. Remember Allah at Mashar al Haram. So the Sunni footnote, it just gives me this that it is where it is. But so it's a monument, it says, which is in Muzdalifah. And then there's another footnote here, I think. When it said, I think here I found out, is it a monument? No, no. In the Quran ayat it says, English translation. Sorry, I correct myself. So verse, Surah Baqarah, ayat 198, Al-Mashar al-Haram, i.e. Muzdalifah, a well-known place near Makkah. Sorry for my pronunciation. I have forgotten my Arabic. Although okay. Where pilgrims have to stop and stay for the whole night of the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, or a great part of it. So, what does it say here in translation, word by word? Does it say monument? Yes, the monument, the sacred monument. Do you see here? It could be a statue, a building, or other structure erected to commemorate a notable person. What are we commemorating? So you can read the Sunni Shia Islamic sources and find out what this is. So it's like you have to, this is a part of Hajj, pilgrimage. And then I found something on it by, the book I was reading a long time ago doing Shia Sunni research. I bought Hajj by Dr. Ali Shariati. So there he tells us about what we have to do here, what it stands for, the consciousness and all that, like Hindus say. But you need a monument. Shias, we need a monument, a yadkar, a milestone, like something to a memory, memorable area, monument, memorable monument, sacred. And it says it's sacred, like the Masjid al-Haram is sacred, right? And then you've made it into Kaaba. And all of you prostrate, all the Muslims, prostrate there in that direction. So why was the direction given? Right? If you say, oh, all the prophets were Muslims, and Islam, why do they call themselves, like even the Quran says, so you'll see what the Quran says, that they are not Christians, not Jews. So why sorry, excuse me for my weakness. So we all have this addiction. I hope some of you don't have it. Sorry, what I mean to say, most of us who have this addiction, I'm really sorry. I'm not feeling well. And I hardly have done, I have to like even call for bread and all this. I just had to take the hard way and make some extra food for myself. So pasta, so that in the morning, so that I could, if I'm unable to go for bread, to get bread, well, I have some in the fridge. So just a little bit of what's happening here. Very like I don't know in what condition. Yeah, so I was like there's someone watching me and all this. So my health condition is also terrible. It's a bit difficult for me. It has been. So, but how far I've come, I can't imagine this. And then the God consolation is there on the other hand, from the other, some true God. So please have a look at this. This monument is also there. And this Quran.com is a Islamic non-Shia website. and mashar is the monument here. So I tried to search, like, is it a grove or what? Is it really meaning a monument? And I looked at the English definition of monument. Sorry, like, what is the English definition? Because the English word for it, and you could say it is loosely put. Blower man is laughing emojis. Hello, blower man. Uh, so, may I know your reason for this laughter? So stay happy, laugh. I also laugh. I crack up a lot, brother. If you are a brother, male brother, or female sister, but it is a blower man. So you are a man, brother. So but inside I've been wanting truth and justice, even if it be, for the Jews who killed many in Moses' time. They killed polytheists. They killed idol worshippers of their time. I know about this. So, but here doesn't mean because they killed, but the Prophet Muhammad also. If you say that in Surah Tawbah ayat, the part of that ayat is that you should send them safely to their homes, but they should hear the word of Allah, and the word of Allah is not to do any oppression or mischief or anything like that. Then I will see about that more, right? But don't forget these ayats, the discrepancies in the Quran, and Surah Hashar ayats. Was it absolutely necessary to break their homes, or could Prophet Muhammad have done hijrat? Oh no, hijrat is emigration. You know what I mean? Migration from Yathrib. So just by concentrating on those ayats which you feel that the foreigners, non-Muslim critics of Islam have been concentrating on and telling you, I was a Shia Muslim, a Shia Muslim. So this means now I'm an ex-Shia, ex-Muslim. So that's why I'm coming here to do this also. They could. Sometimes we get carried away and we want to think, but don't you also get carried away? And aren't you also conditioned heavily that you avoid those verses? You don't bring those verses to light, and you're going to say it's justifiable for him to have broken the houses, and his Allah, and through the believers also, like cast terror in the Surah Hashar ayat 2. Shalom, Sister Zahra, God bless you. Shalom, Anton, Joy, God bless you, your family members, the place you are in, everyone, your friends. Much, always. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate this. So we're looking, Amen, Amen, Amen. And hands together, so humble. I'm so touched, Anton, Joy. I'm so overwhelmed in this. My silence, carries all prayers, wishes for you, your family members. So that I cannot say, I can't express in words. And the gratitude and the appreciation, along with prayers and wishes for you. So now, this is how I do my research, right, and studying of the Quran. So when you blame the non-Muslims or me for something like avoiding those verses which are peaceful, well, that's what the foreigners, critics have said of Islam. The critics of Islam have said that those were abrogated because they just cannot put together those ayats which were, later on in the Quran ayats, Surah Tawbah ayat, and there's abrogation too. And then I could not put together those peaceful verses and say that this is justifiable in Surah Hashar ayat 2 what he has done, and what we are told in from ayat 5 what he has done, right? The cutting down of trees is ayat 5, the palm trees. So I did show you this. So you see, you have to. It's like you have to have an. Okay, before I leave this, I just want to tell you sacred monument. The the monument, the sacred monument. What does it mean in English? But so remember this ayat, and then I will come in detail, and whatever developments I have, I will share with you here. So how can you tell the polytheists that since they have idol worshipping? Surah Najm, we're told, have you seen? Of course, they've seen. Basir, na? It means seeing. Have you seen your gods? Al Manat, Uda, and all that. So Christians, they do make like these images of angels, cherubs, and all. You've seen pictures and statues and all holy of the angels. But maybe I don't know much about the Jews, what they if they can make these monuments, sacred monuments. Anyhow, so but the polytheists did, so it could be their angels and guides like that, spiritual guides who came in the form of people also, human beings. Like this messenger came in the form of human beings, and I also have to show where this messenger. It's like it's not enough. Like you need God to come down, but I haven't yet proven that. Through the Quran, I said would be like going further and deep into and meditation, and going here and there, asking, going to India, maybe doing a thorough research and contemplating. It might take many years. Sorry, there's an ambulance passing by. Uh, so if you can hear that, I apologize. So now I was going to take you somewhere else, like a surah. No, not a surah Hashar ayats. You see? Oh God, I've forgotten now which ayat I was going to take you to. Many times you have seen Prophet turn towards heaven. Do you, Prophet, turn your head towards heaven or eyes to? Like this one in Surah Najm ayat. Sorry, so if I've forgotten where I wanted to take you to, look at Surah Najm ayat. Sorry, I've forgotten the number. So just to give you an idea, I'm here. I've reached here, and then I'll talk about Islamic prophets that the Muslims take pride in saying, why call yourself Jews? And Hadu. Hadu is the word used in Arabic in the Quran. Surah Juma ayat, and also the other ayats you can check. For Jews, why call yourselves Hadu or Christians? Right? So this is loading. Okay, until it's loading, let me just hope it's clear. I've made clear what I'm trying to do and where I'm getting at and where I've reached, right? For now. Uh, so since the Muslims take pride in the Quran ayats, that since the Quran ayats take pride in this, that we don't, we call ourselves Muslims. All the prophets were Muslims, but then I showed you an ayat which says the God of Jacob, the God of Abraham, and all that. So there's personal God too. This universal God becomes personal. Let's put it this way, better way. So if they call themselves Jews, because you see the God of Harun and Musa also. So I don't think there's anything wrong in that, since even Abraham in Surah Safat is called the Shia from the group of Noah. Surah Safat ayat, I've forgotten what number it is, maybe in the 9, can't remember the number of the ayat, sorry, I keep forgetting. So, did God divide Abraham into the group of Nuh? And you are from one progeny, you are favored, Bani Israel, okay, children of Israel, but all this, please take into consideration. And here it says, his heart did not lie what it saw. It saw, not what he saw with his eyes, but what the heart saw. And so the Muslims should correct themselves. And these are obscure, like the Muslims are in a mess, actually. Sorry to say this. And they don't think they are in a mess. They think they know all these sayyid, all these sirats of Prophet Muhammad and sayings. Uh, they're all, completely sahih. Some of them, like the sahih ones, they read and they say, we trust in that. And we trust in the Quran ayats, but you can't trust in the Quran ayats. And the Quran ayats, some of them are obscure, not even clear enough. They may be a bit clear, but not completely clear. So you blame Allah blames the polytheists and the garden and the tree he's seen, this one, Sidratul Muntaha. And so, if they make a tree, like the Jews make a tree and something. Although the Jews, I thought from Moses, they're not allowed to make any images or anything. Jews are also strict in that. I don't know how far. The site did not swerve. But I can say about Hinduism, they are not strict at all in this. So have you considered? No. Seen. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't say. Sorry, I have to correct myself. Thank God I put the afara aitum. So have you seen? Is this basir? No, it doesn't say basir, but it may be considered then. So, but here, word by word, sorry, it has put seen. So thank God I checked it again. So, word by word, Quran ayat. You see here, it says seen. Although the word basira is not used, basir means seeing from the eyes. I'm just guessing, right? So considered Al-Lat and Al-Uzza. So if you're going to correct me on this, little things, then look at the Quran ayats which are not very clear. So before laughing at others and making fun of others and pointing fingers, hello Rock, sorry I missed your comment, your comment here on live chat. Hello, namaste, namaste. He said hello with the join hands. So welcome. So I'll be going soon now, and I will be coming back after some time, maybe tonight. Anton Joy, Hola Rock. That's really good. So Manat, the third, the other one, Manat, right? So Mashari. So I wanted to really find out, like I would have to go to Saudi Arabia to do my research. What was this? We can't, I don't know. But someone has, from some foreigner has gone and checked all the masjids, mosques, whether, the Qibla, whether the Qibla is right, but they missed the Qibla. And who was he? Dr. J was telling us from P Fender, and I found, before finding P Fender channel, I found this person's, the foreigner's video. He goes in his car, he's checking and all this, and he's got the Quran, in his car. So documentary about that, I think I saw, where he was checking about Islam and whether this is there or that is there, or whether Medina, Makkah was really the true place, because Makkah is called Bakka in the Quran. And we're not sure But they've all worked it out, the Muslims, and they think they are sure, and they don't look at their own faults and the Quran ayat's faults unclear, but they tell other people. So it's not basira here, it's have you considered, right? So are you going to, like, I would like to ask you, are you going to stick to that mistakes that I make, right? Or are you going to look at the mistakes that the Quran has made also? Because here we are serious people. I really sincerely, honestly want to save people. My people, Shias also, with humble, you know, although I may not sound humble, but I'm serious person, sober, serious about this. Although I crack up, but you don't see the pain behind all that. So, will you see the ayats, Surah Hashar ayats? Was it justifiable to cast terror into their hearts so they would break their own homes and expel them from their land? Or, right? So when I come back, I will. What I'll do is when the souls take, when my hand is still, when the angels take the souls. Sorry, it has to be like this. Online searching and slow. Even this one is slow. And if you could see when the angels take away the souls of those who disbelieve, they smite their faces and the backs. No, no. What was your position on earth? What was your position? I mean, this is the monument thing and the Kaaba, and it's even obscure. Like, look at the points. It should, and if you could see Surah Anfal ayat 93. No, no. Surah Anfal, just what that ayat in Surah Anfal. This might have. Oh God, no. Is it in Surah Anfal? The angels of violence tear out the soul. The angel. No, no, no. Were you? What was your position on earth? Oh God, my hand is. I'm sure because you see, some of you, I can see. I mean, I understand, but I get angry. I apologize for that, but then later on, I like tell myself, Zara, what is the use of getting angry and all this at them? इंसान ऐसे उसमें चले गया है कि समझने के लायक नहीं है अब. Gone too far, like even the Quran I say, right? Maybe they can come from somewhere else. So they've gone too far. So grieve not for them if they do not believe. I'm not saying believe. I'm not saying to you believe. I'm saying to you look, search, do studies, as Quran ayat says, use your reason. If you don't, then God will throw abomination on you. And all this. So anyhow, that what else? Okay, just disorderly. I'm disorderly too here. So where's that verse that they say I'm getting funny now? Yeah, better to get funny. Oh no, okay. I have to go now. Sorry. Thank you so much for all of you being here, and hope you can come back tonight. I will do my best to come back here. Thank you, Rock. Thank you, Anton, Joy. Thank you, Blower Man. All of you, thank you so much. God bless you all. And come to the truth through research and study, not blindly following it. And please avoid blaming others when your own Quran ayahs have discrepancies and contradictions. Thank you so much. And look at them. Look at those. Thank you, thank you, thank you.